Councilwoman Sawant, in the United States, even poorer households tend to have televisions, modern appliances, and an automobile. We even have an obesity problem. U.S. GDP per capita is 33 times higher than that of India, yet it's been reported that you have said that you see poverty in America as worse than poverty in India. Do you hold to that view? And if so, why should we adopt your perspective on poverty?
Oh, that is a misquote and taken out of context. What I said and what I've consistently said, as Ben said, I'm consistent. What I've said is that it is absolutely stunning that in the country that is the wealthiest country in the history of humanity, wealthy beyond any imagination, you have so much poverty that people are getting pushed lower and lower in a race to the bottom. That is what is stunning. You want to think about poverty, it makes sense to think about it in the context. So the context is, and this is not just in the U.S., this is globally, the context is that you have more and more billionaires being created and more people who used to be in the middle class being pushed further into poverty. This is the reality of the United States. I mean, that's why you have 70%, businesses acknowledge this. The one Seattle coalition that was created by big business acknowledged this yesterday, that 70% of Seattleites strongly favor a $15 minimum wage because they recognize that the economy as it is currently situated is not working for the vast majority of Americans despite the incredible wealth that the workers are creating.
Ben, you want to respond?
I mean, as far as the idea that America suffers from tremendous poverty problems, I think that the statistics that you were citing, that virtually everybody who's living at the poverty line has a TV. The huge percentage have air conditioning. Everyone has a refrigerator. Everyone has a microwave. These are testaments to the fact that these are statistics from the Bureau of the. I mean, these are from the government. These are not statistics that I'm citing simply from the Heritage Foundation. The idea that the poor in this country are anywhere near the poor in a place like India, of course, is ridiculous. I hope that's not the point that Councilwoman Sawant was making, and so we'll take what she says here at face value. As far as the general perspective on the economy, it's very one sentence. It is a very depressing point of view to suggest that all of the jobs are being damned essentially to the lowest common denominator, and therefore we have to turn those jobs into good jobs. That's a very pessimistic view of where the economy is going, and you can do that, but it's going to enshrine this as the mainstay of the American economy. The burger flipping job is the mainstay of the American economy from here to the end of time.
Real quickly, Paul, would you address the point Councilmember Sawant made about the middle class disappearing and becoming poorer?
So again, just from an analyst point of view, this is a comment about statistics and measuring. So over the decades, the government has changed the way that they measure poverty in America. So air conditioning, automobile, television are common. Not everybody has them, but they're common in our context. The definition for the poverty line that the federal government has now for a family is about $24,000 a year in our country, whereas millions of people live in the world on $2 a day. So there's just a different context when we're debating poverty in the United States compared to what it is globally. Even so, the solution from terms of what I think public policy makers and our government should be doing is creating as much opportunity and choice as possible for people to get started on the ladder towards work and income.